All right, let's now shift our attention to the other big story that we're tracking on Race to Power. And the Caribbean at the moment is on the knife's edge. An escalating American military campaign against what the Americans claim is serious drug trafficking threatens to potentially blow up the entire region with a full-fledged war between the United States and Venezuela. A short while back, the American Secretary of State, or the American Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, said that an overnight strike on an alleged drug smuggling boat operated by a Venezuelan gang had resulted in the deaths of at least about 6 people in the Caribbean Sea. Now, the Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro has issued an emphatic plea. He's urging the United States to avoid a crazy war. In a rare statement in English, Nicolás Maduro has said, and I quote him here, "No war, yes peace forever."
War, not war, not war. Just peace, just peace, just peace, forever, forever, forever. Peace forever. No crazy war.
Now, Maduro's comments come hours after the American President Trump warned that he could soon expand military attacks to begin pursuing drug smugglers on land. Now, Trump also said that his administration plans to brief the U.S. Congress on operations against drug cartels.
So now they're coming in by land, and even the land is concerned because I told them that's going to be next. You know, the land is going to be next, and we may go to the Senate, we may go to the, Congress and tell them about it.
Now, responding to the threat, Maduro ordered the country's working class to take up arms if the United States were to attempt any intervention in Venezuela.
Brothers and sisters, take this as an order. The order is given. If they dare, not a pin will move in this country. They would see the parade of millions of men and women with rifles in the fighting forces of the working class, the peasants, the fishermen, and the neighborhoods throughout the country.
Now, the American president has also denied the report that he sent the B-1 bombers near Venezuela to increase military pressure. Earlier, the Wall Street Journal had reported that the U.S. flew Air Force B-1 bombers near Venezuela. Data from tracking website Flight Radars 24 showed at least one B-1B bomber flew over the Caribbean off the coast of Venezuela on Thursday. And amidst these developments, the U.S. military Southern Command has shared a video showing its forces deployed to the Caribbean in support of the mission. Now, Venezuela has begun nationwide military deployment as part of the coastal exercises. The drills, named the Defense of Coast Independence 200, spans across 8 coastal states. Now, since early September, the U.S. has conducted multiple strikes in the Caribbean, killing at least about 37 people so far. Now, regional tensions have flared as a result of the campaign, with Maduro accusing Washington of seeking regime change. Now, Trump has accused Maduro of heading a drug cartel, a charge the Venezuelan leader denies. All right, now joining us on the broadcast, we've got our correspondent Susan Tehrani, who's joining us live from New York. Susan, this is a pretty critical moment. The United States says that it is cracking down on drug trafficking. Give us a sense of what's happening there, because Venezuela seems to be in a clear fright when Nicolás Maduro very emphatically said, only peace, no to war.
He does. But then, as you mentioned, Mohammed, he's calling on people here in the United States to pick up arms and also in his own country. So that's very concerning. But that's, in reaction to what the Trump administration is doing. They believe that under the Second Amendment of the Constitution, they do have the power, the president has the power without going to Congress to abide by what it's doing, and because of national security reasons and limited engagement. But what's happening now is that by declaring that these individuals are narco-terrorists, they're combatants of war, then it becomes a fight against terrorism, as it was during the George W. Bush administration. So it moves away from a law enforcement operation to a national security operation. And that's what we're seeing on the part of the administration of what Pete Hegseth said. I do want to say regarding this latest one, he said the vessel was known by our intelligence to be involved in illicit narcotics smuggling, was transiting along a known narco trafficking route and carrying narcotics. Now, as I mentioned, President Trump believes under Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution, the administration has the power to do this. But if these attacks continue, then there may be some pushback from Capitol Hill, from the Senate, and from Congress as well. And as we saw the president say that they may have to go and get authorization for more strikes. But nonetheless, it seems the Trump administration is adamant and, you know, relations between Venezuela and the United States, although they haven't been favorable, it's the worst it's ever been at this point.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Susan Tehrani, for joining us and getting us those updates then.